ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, in Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flair, sun up, baby.
Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's backpack, capital one. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, the great one, Scotty, and you watching Offscript. You watching Offscript. Hey, listen, and we back. Listen, you see Mr. Campbell hooking your boy in with a drip juice. I ain't got my wig on today, but I got my drip juice. You know what I'm saying? We can always sponsor, you know what I'm saying, my drip juice. You know what I'm saying? You only want me for my drip juice. Not my drip juice. I'm talking your drip juice. Oh, I think I need to cut it loose. Hey, the drip juice. All right. All right. So anyway, listen, we back like we never left. All right. We in here. It is what it is. So shout out to y'all for coming back and being here with us. Announcements, right? Offscript membership. Listen, I told you the revamp is coming. All right. So be on the lookout for February. We going straight revamp mode. We putting everything out there in the public consumption and everything like that. That's what we doing. All right. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you locked in because listen, I'm going to have some exclusive merch. I'm going to have some exclusive merch dropping, and it's only going to be for members. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so I'm going to have some exclusive merch dropping, and it's only going to be for members. All right, so make sure you stay tuned, locked in, become a member. All right. Also, podcast, I haven't updated it yet, but, you know, that's on me. That's on me. My bad. I messed that up. That's on me. All right. But listen, you know my co-host, you already know who he is, because you know what we doing out here. We strike, and striking again. What's up, Kobe? Talk to me.
What's up, man? How are you?
I've been good, man. I've been good. You over there chilling. You look like you since the last time I seen you, you look like you slimmed down a tad bit there, my boy.
We working on it. We working on it, man. I would ask you for some of that drip juice, man, but I ain't got nothing to work with. So
yeah,
that's where we at with it.
Yeah, man. You know, listen. You know, I got a little something up here. You are Cue Ball City, baby. Cue Ball City. That's
Hey, just trying, man. You know, I would help you with that drip juice, bro. I used to have that. I used to have a fro, you know, when they used to have when the first little fat backs came out, you cut it nice in front and you had a big in the back. Then I had I had one of them darn S-curl things. We was trying to look like Christopher Williams and all of that stuff. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. You know, we was trying to work all that out. But my job used to take. People used to ask if I had Indian and stuff in my family. They was like, well, your hair curly and everything. So I know about that little drip juice.
Man, man, listen, you talk about if you had curly hair, shoot, it's gonna be another black president. If you had curly hair, long curly hair, it's gonna be another black president.
If you could go in the tub and wash your hair and your hair come out curly,
you have some good hair. Now that's some good hair.
Bro, you have some good hair.
That's because you know you have the shrinkage. First of all, you have the shrinkage, and then it's gonna be all super curly and spongy. But I don't believe that was you though. I highly doubt that was you. I don't.
I didn't have Indian. I didn't have Indian in my family. I had white people, so that's how I got the name Hemingway. So that's how I got my hair.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna need a flashback pic or something. I don't believe that one. Yeah, I'm
gonna have to show you, man. My hair is straight, dog. It's straight.
Okay.
I don't have the Zulu hair. Now my brother does have the Zulu hair. I don't have the Zulu hair.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with Zulu hair for the people that have Zulu
City! Hair. Black Cuba.
You know what, bro? You literally could do the voiceover for the Joker, bro. Like, you could do that job with that laugh. Look, but let me call Mark Hamill and them and get them on here because I think you could take that laugh from them.
I probably could. You know, I should get it marketed. I should definitely get it marketed. All right, but let's get into the show. I know people are like, man, these Bamas need to start. Oh, I like this 8 Ball.
I love it. 8 Ball.
Yo, that's
Get me a
dope.
shirt with an 8 Ball on it. I'll take
8 Ball Hemingway. That is fire. Hey, Smelly, bro. That's funny. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. All right, let's get to the show. Starting off with the NFC Championship. 49ers. Rams 20. Where do the 49ers go from here, Cove?
Well, they don't have far to go, bro. I mean, they were in that game to the end. They had already beaten the Rams twice. So they're 3 points away from representing the NFC. So really the issue is, you know, a lot of people, you know, they were going off on what's that First Take this morning, talking about how bad Garoppolo was. But I mean, they've got Trey Lance, so I would say they're one Trey Lance away from taking it, because their defense, anytime you go into Lambeau Field and you beat Aaron Rodgers, you're legit. So
facts.
It's their defense is solid. That team, Debo is amazing. You know, he need to have his own theme music, bro. And he is a dog, like straight want to beat you, cry when you lose type dude. That's that dude. And I love stuff like that. And I think he's competitive. They're not going anywhere. So 49ers just need to start Trey Lance, is get him ready, coach him up, and you may see the 49ers next year.
Listen, I believe in Shanahan. I wanted him as a coach when he was free. I think the future is bright. I think the future is really bright for the 49ers.
Hands down, bro. They've got the personnel. It's just that.
See, this I'm gonna tell your daughter.
Injury bug hits them.
I'm gonna tell your daughter you just did it again. I'm gonna tell your daughter you just did it again. You just did it again. As soon as I start, you come button in. I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna send it to your daughter.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
I know you. Listen, I get. No, see, I was about to go somewhere, but I ain't gonna take it there. All right, so
go.
Huh?
We got time. Go.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, you don't get to talk on bowling strike zone, so that's why you come over here and try to bully me. You said go there. I wasn't gonna go there, but you told me to go there, so I went there. So you asked for it. I revamped myself in my head. I wasn't gonna say it, but since you told me to go there, I just decided I'll go there. But my thing is this. My thing is this, though.
Your fiance on you. She already see you right there, but that's all right. Keep going.
Now listen, I know I'm in trouble when she come around the corner and she be like,
Scorpios never forget. You know that. Let's go.
Man, so anyway, so this is my thing. So see, man, you made me lose my point. Oh, button cutting me off. All I'm saying is the 49ers have a bright future with the team that they already have. You know they're gonna have to pay. Listen, Debo Samuel earned everything he's supposed to get paid. All right. So whatever you think he's supposed to get paid, add 20 more million onto that, and that's what he deserves to get. Because literally. All right, he was the one man band for that team. I think if you get a respectable quarterback, you know, if Trey Lance can be a respectable quarterback, they definitely have a high ceiling, and they just revamp on that defense. I hope whoever dropped that pick gotta go. Whoever dropped that pick got to go. I don't care what he's getting paid. I don't care.
But Ramsey dropped the darn pick, bro.
But Jalen is different. All Pro Bowler. All Pro. It's different. They didn't lose.
Dropped the
but
pick.
They didn't lose. It
happens.
Got to go. I don't want to hear it. See ya. Cut pink slip today. Put him in his locker. Bro, I mean, come on, Kofi. That was a punt. That
was bad. But I mean, they dropped the pick. So, you know.
I guess. But let me go to the next question real quick, because I know you want. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident were you Jimmy G would bring them back?
On a scale, how confident? What?
That he was going to do that last drive. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident were you Jimmy G would bring them back in that game?
About a 3.
I was a -2. Because it was the same. Listen, it was literally the same. It was the same situation in the Super Bowl. It was the exact same situation. Listen, when they got the ball back,
said -2.
A -2. A lot of you not.
Now listen, look. Let's give credit where credit is due. All right, Aaron Donald and that defense are not your average defense, you know, and the stakes were high. They were at home. It was not looking good for Jimmy G and them.
Bro.
So, I mean, they're just not a normal. This is a superstar team. They've got 8 first-round draft picks on this freaking team. 8.
Were we not watching the same game? Because the game I was watching, they were up 17-3 going into half.
That's
so
2 plays. That's 2 plays.
But my thing is this: that means you were able to move the ball and score. So it was possible. And once again, Jimmy G was in that same position against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I lie to you not, when we was watching the game, we were watching the NFC Championship game, Key was sitting right next to me. We were having a conversation. I looked at the TV. She said, "You don't want to watch it?" I said, "The game's over. He's going to lose it." I'll put that on everything. She can come in here and tell you. We were having a conversation. She said, "Oh, babe, you want to watch the game?" I looked at him. It was first down. I said, they lost the game. Because that's just who Jimmy G is. He's not that guy to make that drive. Now, if it was Joe Burrow, if it was Joe Cool, yo, he got to be the coolest white boy on the planet right now. But anyway, listen, Jimmy G is the problem at the quarterback position. He needs to go. He has to go. You give Kyle Shanahan a decent quarterback. You give Kyle Shanahan Dak Prescott. You give Kyle Shanahan.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson are probably going to be on the market.
Ooh, I'll take Russell. I don't
think he's going to stay in the NFC West. That would be crazy for him to go to San Fran. That would be like,
man, listen. I would put Trey Lance on the shelf so fast. If I could get Russell Wilson, if I could get an Aaron Rodgers, who is Trey Lance? No, I'm not about to take that. Like, okay, granted, you don't know if Trey Lance could be the next, Joe Burrow or Russell Wilson or whatever. But even the Rams had to do. Like, the Rams were in a win-now window. That's why they got rid of Jared Goff and they brought Matthew Stafford in. They're in a win-now window. The 49ers feel the same way, bro. We're in a win-now window. Let's go get us a quarterback that can go win big games and bring him in.
I could so see Aaron Rodgers back out there out west. I could so see that.
It is what it is. All right, next up. AFC Championship game. Now, let me say this, and you know it. You bet. Listen. I know you be in church, so you bet not lie. When the playoffs started, Kofi, what did I say? I said Joe Burrow and the Bengals have the offensive firepower to go to Arrowhead and win. I said they have all. You've been saying they have all the makings of that Dallas team that won too early. You know what I'm saying? That everybody didn't think they were going to win. But I said, and I picked this Super Bowl. I said the Bengals and Rams.
Who is the Bengals?
The Bengals. The Bengals. They're not the Bengals? They're not the Bengals? You don't say them? Man, they the Bengals. They the Bengals. I've always called them the Bengals. They the Bengals. All right?
The Bengals. All right.
How great can Joe Burrow be?
Oh, the sky's the limit, bro. I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, just as he's cool, he's athletic, and just the AFC is just, here's the thing. Like, you can't sign him up for a dynasty yet because Mahomes is still there. And my man in Buffalo is still there. And my dude in Los Angeles, Joe Herbert, is still there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be rivalry after this is going to be an amazing time in the NFL. And but he has all of the goods to have Cincinnati as a contender every single year. People thought that when Mahomes got the Chiefs to the Super Bowl that they would be back every year, but we have seen that it doesn't take that long for the NFL to adjust to you.
Yeah.
And once they adjust to you and your team gets a little bit older, you have to deal with new adversity year after year. It's not easy. That's why somebody like a Tom Brady is the freaking GOAT. You know, because year in and year out, he was bouncing jokers out the playoffs, you know. But this is probably the most competitive group of QBs in the AFC that I've seen since, I want to say, the Marino, Elway, Kelly days.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be, I mean, the sky's the limit for him. But listen, they're already in a tough division. The Steelers are going to be back sooner or later. They're going to find him a QB somewhere. It won't be next year, but they're going to find him a QB. The Ravens going to be right in there. The Colts, if they can figure out what to do with their QB. The Titans will be in the mix.
Yeah.
And the Chargers will be in the mix. The Raiders will be in the mix. So, I mean, people don't want to talk about the Patriots, but the Patriots going to be right there too. So,
yeah, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for him to get back, but he can be as great as, he just got to show everybody that he's doing. He's got to win it.
This is my thing when it comes to Joe Burrow, right? And the reason that I like Joe Burrow is because of the moxie. It was
his swag.
Man, like, can we, like, let's be honest. Anybody smoking cigars from that LSU championship was from Joe Burrow. All the swag, all you see these kids smoking cigars. Bama's winning the Magic City Classic smoking cigars. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's his swag. It's just through the roof, man. And it's like,
it's authentic. It's not fake. It's not phony. He is Joe Cool for real.
Facts.
He is Joe Cool. Now, you know, I ain't gonna crown him just yet, because again, I'm a Dolphin fan. So I remember when Marino came in the league
and took it by storm.
Year 2, he came in there, took the Dolphins to the Super Bowl. Everybody, we thought we was going back every single year. Then a year later, we got to the championship game against New England. They came down there and beat us, and we ain't been back since. So it's not easy. Deshaun Watson is not even an issue until those legal issues get straightened out. So stop mentioning him, okay? I love him, but you know.
Listen, Joe.
Happy endings in the air. Happy endings Sorry.
Well, I'm not about to entertain you. I'm not about to entertain you. But Joe Burrow he's that guy. He's definitely that guy. And the reason I don't think he's going to be a one-hit wonder is because I think this is what, if I'm the Bengal office, I'm gonna sign him to a contract like Mahomes. I'm gonna sign him to a Mahomes type of deal to where I got you for 10 years, and now all I have to do is put pieces around you and things like that. I mean, you don't need to do that right now because he still has 2 more years on his contract. You got the franchise tag and all that type of stuff. But if they can get an offensive line, if them Bammers can actually protect Joe Burrow, and I know they better go in heavy on O-linemen in this draft, because they have something special with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They really, really absolutely do. And fun fact before we go to the next subject, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase have never lost a playoff game to playing together. They have never lost a game playing together in the playoffs. So we'll see. We shall see. All right. Next up, Graham got the NIL deal in the works. Listen, I got a couple insiders that I'm going to be talking to tomorrow in the upcoming days to get a little bit more insight on this deal. You know, HUE Jackson mentioned it on the interview with me that this was coming in the pipe works. I talked to some people and they said it might be kind of what Miami is doing, to where kids get a stipend every month. You know what I'm saying? So something like $300, $400, $500 a month, and they might have to do some stuff locally or whatever. But this is big. This is big because I'm not even gonna go there. Give me your opinion first, Kofi, then I'm gonna go there.
It's great. It's innovative. It's involving not just the football team, but all of the athletes. And I think that that's good. It's a way to expand the brand even the more. I just wish that Grambling was a little bit bigger. But other than that, I think that they have an opportunity to change the game. and a lot of people are going to go in and they're going to try to copy what they're doing. But I think that, you know, this is one of the reasons why you go and you get a HUE Jackson, Alabama State. You could have had him, but nevertheless, you got your whatever. Anyway, but yeah, I'm happy with HUE Jackson and what HUE Jackson is bringing to the table with the Neal deal. And it's going to be big, man. I think greater things are coming. It's going to challenge the other HBCUs to step up their game, because you have to remain competitive in this environment. If you can show the kids money, that's going to help you get a better quality athlete and be able to sustain that relationship long term.
I think with this, once again, going back to what you said, it's a great opportunity to set the bar, set the standard for what HBCU schools can do in their realm to provide NIL deals for their players. And I don't know how much Rock Nation is behind this, what HUE has. I don't know how much Rock Nation is pushing this. I do know there's some local people around Graham that have kind of been involved in this as well. But like I've been saying for the past 2 freaking months, you have all these $1 million donors of these institutions. How about you guys pull your $1 million heads together, build a corporation that then is subsidized for the NIL deal? It's not that hard. You're making millions anyway. Shouldn't be that hard to make another little entity of a deal of a corporation that pays the kids NIL deals to make your school that much more competitive. Just saying. So once again, like Mr. Campbell's always said, you're not fighting to get the kids going to, you know, first of all, the transfer portal really makes it, you know, I mean, everybody's free, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can get a chance to get a player, but you're not taking the USC players or the Ohio State players. You're not trying to get those high-end players. You're trying to get those high mid-grade players, those high 3-star, 4-star, you know what I'm saying? 5-star transfers, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to get those realms of people, all right? So if you have the NIL deals that can compete with, you know, other schools that don't have it, that just gives you the leg up to get those higher quality talent. That's all I'm saying, man. Y'all just do something a little better, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I just wish that, you know, I just wish more teams would focus on the team and not like a few players. But listen, I'm just leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna point no elbows. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even do that. I ain't even gonna do that. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to rhyme with Laxon. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to rhyme with Laxon. You know what I'm saying? Laxon weight, you know, we just, anyway. All right. HUE Jackson keeps Debo in Southern recruits, man. Like, what do we, like, okay.
Look, you have to keep your pressure on until committed is different from signed. Okay?
True.
Committed is different from signed. It ain't nothing till they sign that paper. Committed is cute. Get your little picture on Twitter and social media, but it don't mean nothing until they sign that paper. So, you know, HUE is showing his know-how, his will, his ability to get out there and get in the trenches and work his game. You know, if I'm Southern, I'm going back and forth as well. You know, I'm like, hey, you know, don't just let them come up in there and steal your dude without going back and trying to do something, you know. But hey, it's fair game till they sign that paper. It is what it is.
That's true. This is my thing, right? Why?
You're in the same conference in the same state.
Why them players? Like flip Bama's at Ole Miss, flip Bama's at LSU, flip them Bama's. Don't flip Southern's guy. Like
guess what? Look how much we're talking about it, and at the same time, you've got to beat Southern in your own conference. You got to beat these guys. So if I can weaken my rival, you know, cool. But I'm with you, bro. Flip the Ole Misses, flip the Mississippi States, flip all of them. Flip Texas A&M, flip all of them. Flip Georgia, everybody, flip them. I don't give a flip.
Like, I want to be. Listen, man. Let's say a school called Laxon Waite, right, was flipping kids from Alcorn. That don't mean much. That don't mean much. It doesn't. You're not gonna get the same. It's not gonna get the same. You know, the same vigor. You know, if a laxing weight was, you know, flipping kids from Alcorn State, that ain't nothing. You think that's something, man? That ain't nothing, y'all. That that ain't nothing, y'all. Like it ain't. It really isn't. But when you have people from Laxton State, you know, flipping Bamas from Georgia, get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Laxton Weight. Yeah, when you got people from Laxton Weight, you know what I'm saying, flipping Bamas from, you know, Florida State in Georgia, that means something. That really means something. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But if Bama's from Grambling flipping Bama's from Southern, it's like y'all just passing the same girl back and forth, man. Like that ain't nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what's something? Go get Rihanna pregnant. That's something. You know what I'm saying? That's you doing something. All right. Don't get a round the way girl pregnant. Go get Rihanna pregnant. Shout out to ASAP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to ASAP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? For catching that big fish. You know what I'm saying? Go do something bigger than that, man. The Bama just out here, they over here passing the same bag back and forth. Oh, you hungry? Oh, here's my bag of Doritos. No, you have it. No, you take it. No, whatever. Yeah, so it is what it is, man. That's a
Debo.
And he over there, you know, Hugh Jackson rolling up on the little tricycle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what you got on my 40, homie?
Listen. You know what? Hey, you know,
taking it.
My thing, I think Hugh's kind of taking it personal as well because he was an applicant at Southern. So it could be just the vindictive nature of Mr. Jackson trying to show Southern University what they could have had.
That's fair. Let me hold on real quick. Let me see. Somebody in the chat got me thinking. I thought this was pretty good.
Jackson State City Girls, Alcorn, Beyonce.
And I call TBS like a past the same girl.
That's all they doing. That's all they doing. What you say, R. Kelly?
Like a past, I know it's where we messing with the same girl.
The same girl. That's all they doing. They messing with the same girl. That's all you doing. You ain't doing nothing special. Messing with the same girl. Man, this is ridiculous. Anyway, man. All right. Also, moving on. New information about get the likes up. How many likes do we have? Get the likes up. We're not moving on to any new topics until the likes up. This is like the second time she didn't come around the corner on me. Get the likes up, okay? Please, God, the almighty, over 300 people in here. Get the likes up, man. Jesus freaking Christ. Jiminy Cricket. All right, let's let the song play though.
The love of my life and my potential wife be the
same girl. That's all y'all doing, man. That's all y'all doing. Oh, I can't believe that we've been messing with the same girl. Same girl. You, Dooley, y'all been messing with the same girl. So I met her at this party in Atlanta, but I met her at this party in Chicago.
You clowning, boy. You clowning.
She came right up to me, giving me conversation and said, That's funny. Are we good, babe? We're at 139. Get the likes up. Man, y'all act like y'all new to the channel. Like, bro, like, y'all know what the like police is, man. Stop playing.
The like police.
You know what the like police is, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank you, Miss Glenn. We got to tell y'all Bama's the same thing every single time we get on the stream. And listen, people, if you're watching it on your TV, go to your phone and click the thumbs up, and then that's technically your like. Okay, so come on, man. Like, I know a lot of y'all watching me off your TV and stuff like that, and y'all like, oh man, Scotty, you're watching off my TV. Take y'all lazy ass, get up, get your phone. Wait, it ain't gonna be that far. Trust me, I know your phones ain't gonna be that far. And hit the like button. All right, so I don't get in trouble. Okay, man, because y'all making me get in trouble, and I gotta live here. Y'all don't. All right. So listen. Southern and Jackson State, Birmingham. The deal is not officially done. All right. So I'm going to play you some snippets from the Jaguar Journal. Great show that they have on with Perry Wright, Reggie Fuller on Saturdays. Here's some of the clip from what they talked about. The full clip is in the description below. If you don't watch the whole show, it's actually really, really informative. And here we go.
At Legion Field. And I know before the talk was Pine Bluff, Jackson State in year 1, Jackson State's Southern in year 2, and potentially Southern and Alabama State in year 3, but it's since changed into Jackson State, Pine Bluff in year 1, and year 2 and 3 potentially Southern and Jackson State if the deals can be finalized. Nothing has been signed on Southern's part with Roman Banks. I reached out to him. He said they have not signed anything. I reached out to Chris Peterson at Pine Bluff. He said they have not signed anything. So I believe this story kind of broke prematurely, but it sent the internet up, especially for Southern and Jackson fans who say, hell no, we want this game in Jackson and Baton Rouge, Flood.
Man, listen, when I heard that, I was like, because they're absolutely right. I mean, it set Twitter on fire. So I think, and if you listen, I'm telling you, Uncle Flood and Perry White really break this thing all the way down. So if anybody has a chance to go back and watch that and listen to it, it's like I said, the clip is in the description below. You can watch the whole show. All right. My thing is this. There's a reason why you're not signing the dotted line. Because you feel there is something that you're amiss, it's either one or two things. You don't want the pushback from your fans, or you're not going to make as much money as you think you're going to make. All right. Now, Uncle Flood breaks it all the way down and pretty much says that all the sponsorship, all the gate, all the concession, everything that actually happens at the game gets split to the team. It's all revenue that goes to the teams. So depending on how many people show up is depending on how much these teams get at the final purse, as we'll say the final purse of the actual thing. So if nobody shows up, from what Uncle Flood said, if nobody shows up, $500K to both teams, flat out. So what's going on is Birmingham is betting that if we can get these two big powerhouses in the city, that we'll make millions off of them, 5, 10, 15 million for a weekend, and we'll happily turn around and give whatever revenue at that game, give it to you guys, and that's what it is. What do you have to say about that, Kof?
I think it's a very innovative opportunity. And at first I was livid, right? I was like, how in the world are they going to, take the game from your Jackson and your Baton Rouge? Well, at the same time, understanding how classic games work and how these things are put together, if McClellan, who I do trust, is saying that the teams can walk away with, at least a minimum of $500,000. Mm-hmm. And that's not limited to the $500,000, but they can get up to $3 million each. Mm-hmm. I think that's a win without you having to come out of pocket for your stuff. Because, as he stated, even Jackson State putting on the SWAC championship game, the expenses for that game, you have to pay for your security. You have to pay for your parking attendants. You have to pay for your game staff people that are going to make sure. You got to pay for the people to clean the stadium, do all of that extra stuff that people don't necessarily take into account because we busy just coming to the game and going home. Mm-hmm. But those expenses are real, and the schools have to utilize those or use those expenses to take care to make sure that the game day atmosphere is what it is. So if the schools are able to get in there and make money without having to deal with the expense aspect of it, to me, it's a win. I didn't like the way that it was rolled out. I felt like, obviously, it is. And I've just seen a couple of classic disasters but that would not be Jackson State Southern. I want to say my issue of it was I had not seen a game particularly sell out in Birmingham outside of Magic City. Because, the Alabama people support their own people. Mm-hmm. So at some point for the game to be sustainable, they've got to involve the Birmingham community into the game in order for the game to go to the next level. That's with any successful classic. Now, when they played the SWAC championship game there, the game drew 47,000, and that was the championship game. Mm-hmm. You probably do that easy if you played the game practically just about anywhere. But again, to get that without expense is a big deal. And it's going to be interesting to see how all of this pikes down.
All right, so, and I'm glad you said that, Kofi. I'm gonna go to a comment real quick in the chat, and Waldo right here. He said, "Don't forget the game wasn't going to be played in 23-24." Now, let me break. I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all need to go watch that episode from the Jaguar Journal, Uncle Flood breaks everything down. I'm gonna play a snippet of what he said. It's not a little snippet. It's gonna be a little long, about 2 minutes, but just bear with us. All right, I'm telling you some good stuff.
It would be, they would split the game. All revenue generated from this game.
All right, so this is him explaining how it's split and why. I believe I got the part why Jackson State and Southern couldn't come to an agreement and why they reached out to the SWAC. All right, here we go. Because this is from Uncle Flood talking to the commissioner, I believe, a couple days prior to this interview. I mean, to this show.
It would go to the schools. That's what the commissioner said yesterday. All revenue, including sponsorships, all revenue generated from this game would go to the schools.
And this creates...
They would split it between the schools. That's a deal that you can't beat. And part of the reason, I said it, but he couldn't say it and he didn't deny it. Part of the reason that Southern and Jackson State couldn't come to an amicable couldn't do a home and home is because they couldn't come to an amicable split on the gate. Because if you think about it, if Southern plays, and this is me saying this, but it's got to be common. It's pretty much common sense. If it's going to be, if they play home and home, non-conference, that means that they are going to have to split revenue because otherwise you're losing. Like they can't afford to play each other home and home and lose. And Southern keep the gate one time at Southern, and Jackson State keep the gate from the Jackson home game. That's the way you do it if it's a conference game. And you get a small split to pay for travel, if I remember correctly. But, the vast majority of the money goes, all of the money goes to the home opponent in the conference game. But if this is non-conference, this is a spot, that would be a spot where you would normally play, either go play a big school to get a payday, or you invite a smaller school into your home to get a payday. To play an extra home game. Well, if Southern and Jackson State did that, if Southern plays their home game and we have 30,000 people in Mumford and we split that with Jackson State, we lose money. And it's not going to be an amicable split because when we go to Jackson and if that game draws 60,000 people in Jackson and we split the gate, then it's not going to be amicable split. So that's where they couldn't come up. And some people say, well, Southern would make up for, it would be made up. No, it wouldn't be made up. That's just not the way it works. So one solution was to take advantage of Birmingham.
Man, so that's a full little bit of breakdown of why, because I know a lot of people asked why couldn't they come to a reasonable or amicable split, or why they couldn't do this on their own? But the numbers don't match up. One stadium holds 30,000, the other stadium holds 60,000. How can we split this amicably and we all come out fairly? But I really wish I had Mr. Campbell on here, because he came up with some, you know, that's like king promoter, you know what I'm saying? He came up with some numbers and things that could possibly happen that could have subsidized it and things like that. But that's neither here nor there. But that's just some information for you guys that listen, the Jaguar Journal, tune in, check them guys out. I'm telling you, that episode alone will just it will give you the whole picture of what's going on and why the situation had to come down to what it came down to. Any other anything you want to talk about, Kof, on that?
Yeah, man, I think this is going to be something as well that's going to change the game in regards to classic games forever, because year after year after year after year, our HBCUs have been getting pimped by classic promoters, you know, because we don't understand the game of how to put on these classics and how to create a win-win solution or a deal for our schools. You know, it really doesn't make sense. Say, for instance, like, take the Atlanta Classic, right? The Atlanta Classic that FAMU used to play in versus Tennessee State. The first year we played them, the game was 46,000 people. It was a sellout immediately. Like, the game sold out weeks in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 46,000 times 30. And they gave FAMU, I think, a guarantee of like $250,000. And, you know, I was in the band at that time, so I knew where we were staying. I knew that, you know, they weren't providing breakfast, lunch, and dinner the way that we normally had it. So, I mean, they made $1.38 million off of that game. The 100 black men, and they gave FAMU and Tennessee State $500,000 total.
Hold on, so you had to split that? You had to split the 500?
Well, it was 250 for FAM, 250 for Tennessee State.
Wow, so y'all had to split the five. So it wasn't 500 each. Y'all had this. Wow.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
so,
they roughed y'all up. Sandpaper.
Yeah. You know, you see how that goes, and then it's kind of like, that's why we ended up leaving the Atlanta Classic, or leaving 100 black men and doing the game ourselves. But when you do the game yourself,
the expenses,
you know what I'm saying? You have additional expenses, and you have to understand how stadiums are rented out, how they're paid. You have to pay for the staff, all of that stuff, bro. That could get into the risk if you don't know the language and you don't know what you're doing.
Facts.
The good thing is, you know, again, that's just one game. I mean, I remember Steve Harvey was the promoter, or one of the guys for the Magic City Classic years back, and that game went to court, you know, over some craziness, or who was going to get funds, because people think that you can just go up there and just put on a game and just call it a day. It's not the way that it works. And you know, if I'm promoting the game and dealing with hundreds of thousands of people, then you best believe I'm finna get paid. I am not finna do that for free and dealing with Negroes.
If you think I'm here to play around,
I need my coin.
I ain't doing that for free. You know, you talking about stressful situations, dealing with people, scripting out a game, getting the bands, getting the buses for the bands, getting them there on time, creating an atmosphere, all of that stuff, bro. That is stressful.
That's funny.
It is not easy.
That's funny.
You know?
All right, real quick, last question. What do you expect to happen on signing day? All right, call lines open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. You can ask us any question or recap what you want to talk about. All right, if you're calling in, please have a question or comment and get to the point. All right, but on signing day, Kofi, What do you expect to happen on signing day? And how will it be?
It's going to be super epic. This is going to be, I think you're going to see multiple HBCUs in the recruiting top 20 for FCS.
Mm-hmm.
And that hadn't happened in a long time. I'll probably say since probably mid 80s, where they started tracking stuff like this. But I think this is going to be epic. I mean, obviously, like Connell Maynard is killing the game. Dion, we already know what he's doing. HUE Jackson is killing the game. Willie Simmons is doing a great job. So it's going to be interesting to see where all of these stack up. And it's going to be, just quiet as it's kept. Don't sleep on the people that you don't hear about either. Just because you don't see their stuff all flashed all on the screen, aka your South Carolina States, aka your Texas Southerns. Those are the people I would be kind of like watching as well. Because these teams are practically loaded. They have a number of opportunity to really grow and improve their squad. So I'm interested to see who they got. It's kind of like this is like an adult Christmas. Kind of like, oh my God, I want to see what they got. Let me open up this gift. Let me see what they got. Oh my God, what they got? Why?
Yeah.
So you get to see all of that stuff. And it's an opportunity. I want to see HBCUs actually monetize this day and take it to a whole different level, because people are in a good spirit. They're feeling good about their institution. This is an opportunity to get some more revenue for the school, man. I think it's an opportunity to do that.
I definitely do as well. My thing, what I'm looking forward to seeing this signing day is I want to see, are these flips really flips? That's, that's what I really want. Cause I want to see if these commits are really committed. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's really going to come, unless your name is on that LOI. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that don't mean nothing at all. So I want to see if these recruits are really going to the schools they said they're going to. I want to see if Dion grabs another 5-star, another 2 5-stars, or however many he's supposed to get. I want to see what Connell Maynard does and how he closes out the out signing day. I want to see what HUE Jackson is officially bringing in. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all the people people and pieces that they got. And I'll say this: I want to see what Alcorn State is doing, because them Bama's been real low key. Real low key.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, bro, it's the people that you don't hear about that you probably need to be like, like if you were going to get Alcorn, this was definitely the year to get them, because they had been all that time off from COVID. They hadn't played that much ball, and they were in transition with their staff and a few other pieces, but I'm sorry to say SEC West. That SWAC West is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And the SWAC East is already crazy. So, I can't wait.
It's going to be amazing. But then you have stuff like this. This is the foolishness you got. You disagree? JSU has one of the best wide receiver rooms in the college football. What? Oh my God. Why do y'all Bamas compare Laxton State to people in Power 5? Like, your wide receiver room is not that good. Like, it's good for FCS, it's good. But in the country, like, come on, man. Like, stop it, bro. Like, stop, man. Like, that's the foolishness. Like, stop.
They're excited.
In the country, though?
They're excited.
In the country, though?
They're excited about their blue Bengals or their Bengals. They're excited about the blue Bengals. Ain't nothing else to do in Jackson but ride over potholes and drink nasty water. Let them people go.
Call lines are open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. Jackson State girls beat Southern girls. What was the final score? I'm looking at it like here. Let me see. 64-58 JSU over the Southern girls. Great game. Great. Man, they probably gonna see each other again in the SWAC championship basketball game. So it is what it is. I shout out to Jackson State for winning the probably won the conference off that win right there. So it's just that easy. So shout out to the Jackson State women girls who were pretty much gosh darn dominated the SWAC until that last game. But man, it's gonna be 66-58 final. Yep. So
yeah. So Jackson State people, please understand it's all jokes. I mean, my Jackson people are family to me. So I just want to let you know that Kofi does love you.
Man,
I
Laxton
love
State,
you guys.
man,
I love you guys, man.
Laxton Wade don't believe in.
Now let me tell y'all something about Jackson. Now, you would swear up and down, man, like Jackson has like, when it comes to soul food, like you would think that Jackson has like the absolute best soul food. I was kind of like let down a little bit.
They're gonna say where you eat at. They're gonna ask you where you eat at. Where'd you eat at?
Man, I used to live in Jackson, so what is the name of that place? That big buffet place. That's out there and stuff. And it's kind of like it's Golden Corral.
I told you.
It's okay, but New Orleans, here's the thing that I discovered, and this goes with any city, okay? Any city that you go to, it's not your mainstream places that have the best food.
Oh, everybody knows that.
The best food is always in your mom and pop places that are not that big. And that's where you find it. That's where the really, really, really good food is off the chain.
Somebody said Mama Hamill's, Country Fisherman.
Fisherman is where Country Fisherman.
Piccadilly's.
Man, ain't nobody talking about Piccadilly. That's commercial.
Mama Hamill's. Let me see.
The Mama Hamill's is pretty good.
Golden Corral sucks. I like Golden Corral. I like their bread.
Yeah, now their bread is off chain. Now you
if
you get them steaks, look, if you get them steaks right off the grill, bro. Listen, they be sitting up there and be flipping them and be like, put a little bit more salt on that thing right there. Flip my job. Put some little garlic on there right there. Yeah.
I'm over here talking about call lines. I ain't even open up the jank. Yeah, my bad. I ain't even open the jank up. I'm over here talking about call lines. Let me see.
And let me tell you, I'm real hard like on food. Like I don't like people told me about Memphis barbecue. I went there expecting Memphis barbecue to be like
I was like, that wasn't good either. That wasn't good. Nah, I went to the Southern Heritage Classic, and it wasn't all that.
Same thing about St. Louis. I was like, St. Louis, we talking about their barbecue. I was in Kansas City. That's who it was. Kansas City and they I was like, man, come on, people. Come on.
Put up Lorman's comment. Let me see. Let me see. My boy Blue said, pull up somebody's comment. Let me see what we talking about. Lawrence. He said Lawrence is coming. Jackson State maybe not play. Jackson State may not play a non-HBCU FC. This is so weak, bro. If that is so true, listen, I swear for God, if this is true, if Jackson, because I know, Paris, I know your schedule this year. You don't play an out-of-conference team other than Edward Waters.
Why are they playing Edward Waters again?
Because they're playing them for their homecoming. No. I know your schedule. I don't know what dates line up, but I know your schedule. And this is trash, bro. I don't care. It's trash. Laxton Wake, y'all are trash for this, man. Because you've been building this team up for the next 2 or 3 years, and you Bamas don't play no this year. And granted, I know why they're playing Grambling. It's a money game. Money game is what it is. It's HUE, Dion, whatever. All right, so you got that game. You got the Tennessee State game. That's a classic. You already know what that is. Edward Waters is your homecoming. So now you go all SWAC. It's all SWAC. It's all SWAC. That's oh my gosh, man. They don't make no sense. But yet and still. So let me get this straight. So fans feel like Laxton Wake can play against Power 5 schools, but their own coach won't even believe that Laxton Wake can play against out-of-conference FCS schools. Make that make sense to me. Laxton Wake, y'all got to do better. Hey, caller, you loud, talk to me.
Hey, what up, Scotty? This is Jerome from Charlotte.
What's up, Jay?
Jackson State.
Hey man, just a couple of things. You know, a lot of FCS programs have already had their out of conference schedules set for a while. Not just HBCUs, but you know, the non HBCU FCS schools as well. So it's kind of hard, you know, to just all of a sudden, even, you know, with Coach Prime being here, just got here last year, it's kind of hard to reach out to, and it's been done, to reach out to these non HBCU FCS schools, you know, to get us on their schedule, because they've already got cross conference, you know, games with other FCS programs. They're already loaded with FBS team like money games as well. So that's an issue, but also, you know, the FCS slots that we've actually delved into, nobody wants to schedule us. It's really hard. I know Coach Palmer's not even looking at the FBS.
So that means that everybody trying to schedule. So don't hit me with that, then. You can't say nobody wants to schedule us. And then when you say, well, we know Prime don't want to, that takes a whole market out. That takes a whole market out of your conference.
No. What I'm saying is, Prime does not want to schedule FBS teams.
So listen to what I'm saying, Jerome. Listen to what I'm saying. That means you just took out a whole market. You can't say nobody wants to schedule us, and then Prime takes a complete market off the table. And we're not even talking about lower FBS schools. We're not even talking about the bottom of the barrel FBS schools like Arkansas State and stuff like that. You won't even play those type of schools. So make that make sense to me.
So, I mean, you have to still look at the parameters of that, though. You know, from a logistics standpoint, on the surface level, FBS schools offer way more scholarships. Though we are talent laden at Jackson State, you still got to look at that dynamic as well. Compared to FCS programs, you know, we don't have a 100-man roster, you know, like a typical FBS program, even though they may be bottom of the barrel.
Bro,
go
ahead, Jerome.
My biggest point is, you know, you're looking at A&T. They were able to schedule North Dakota State, I believe, like 2 years ago. So they were able to get them on the schedule like 2 years out. And that's just kind of been the nature of the beast when it comes to FCS schools. They've kind of taken the, you know, I guess the kind of blueprint of FBS programs over the last couple of decades by scheduling teams like 2, 3, 4, 5 years out. So trying to get an FCS program, a non-HBCU at that, on your schedule for the next year, and it's not even there, it's pretty tough.
Unless, bro, Jerome, let me. Okay, bro, listen. Cut the PR act, bro. I get it. I get it. That's your school. I get it. You rocking with them. But what you just said was a whole bunch of nothing, bro. It's a whole bunch of fluff. Because there's some FBS schools that would not be scared to put y'all on the schedule. I know for a fact North Dakota State would not be scared to play you guys.
North Alabama, you got North Alabama, you got Kennesaw, you got Furman, you got Wofford. It's a ton of schools in Louisiana FBS schools. The Louisiana FCS schools would be good. They weren't looking at, and that's really the bottom line. They weren't looking to schedule those teams.
No, we really were. So here's the thing, though. The teams you guys listed, most of those were FCS programs like North Alabama.
That's what we're talking about.
Lower level. Yeah.
Rather than play Edward Waters, you would play North Alabama. Rather than play Edward Waters, you play Furman. Rather than play Edward Waters, you play Southeast of Louisiana. Rather than play Edward Waters, you would play Nicholls State. Rather than play Edward Waters, you would play McNeese State. Rather than play Edward Waters, you play Sam Houston State.
Again, all of those teams that you guys are listing, their schedules are pretty much set.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you did not have that conversation 2 years ago. They weren't having that. They weren't even thinking about it years ago. I think in the future, I think it's a possibility. But as you stated, 2 years ago, this was not even in your thought process.
So you telling me, let me get this straight. Hold on, I'm going to ask you, Jay, because most schedules are 2 years out. So you telling me if Dion called up North Dakota State and said, for my son's senior year, we would like to come up to North Dakota and Fargo and play you, you don't think North Dakota State is going to take that matchup? It's just a yes or no question.
No. Absolutely. I never said they were scared. The point I'm trying to make is most of these FCS schedules are already set. Now, there is a loophole. And my buddy Kofi can probably attest to this because FAMU has been in that situation before. Even though you're under contract, there is a clause, there is a buyout clause. So just in case, Jackson State wants to step in and say, okay, you guys are playing A&T, you're, willing to do a home and pay them X amount to go to Greensboro or vice versa, we can go ahead and tap into that buyout clause and give you guys $30,000. Well, actually that $30,000 will go to A&T to knock them out that contract, and we can go in. That's if, North Dakota State is willing to do that. I don't know what the buyout clause looks like exactly. But my point is pretty much all of the SCS non-HBCU schedules are already set as far as out-of-conference opponents. So it's really hard. Like, I would like to see any HBCU randomly come out and say, hey, we've got Southeast Louisiana this fall, without it already having been in the works for the past 2 years. So it's not that I'm not saying these schools are afraid to play Jackson State. I'm not saying the FBS programs are. These schedules are already set, and you have these contracts. And if you're willing to buy out the contract in that clause, then cool.
I have a hard time believing that, right? And this is and I don't know the full. So I'm a what's the word? I'm a relay it back to you for your answer. But it's real funny to me. It's real funny to me how as soon as Dion gets there, he says we're not scheduling any Power 5 schools, and magically no Power 5 schools come on your schedule. Magically. So if these schedules are supposed to be locked in, so you didn't have no Power 5 schools locked in from when 2 years ago, from when Dion got there into now, you had no Power 5 schools locked in.
So 2 years ago, I guess it was picking out, we just got into 2022. 2 years ago was 2019. So when you look at 2020, we didn't have any FBS schedules, any FBS schools slated for 2020. In the past, we have played, Mississippi State and USM. But I think everything, because of the pandemic, I think 2020 was a kind of like benchmark year for those FBS schools to kind of, do a deep dive and I guess kind of court FCS programs. But yeah, they weren't on our schedule. They weren't in the works back in 2020. No.
All right. Appreciate the call, JB.
Anytime.
All right, man. Still weak sauce. It's still weak, bro. Lax and wake is weak. That's weak, bro. That's weak. Like, it's so weak. It's so weak to me. Like, this is what this reminds me of, right? It reminds me of is that you get the best, you go in your neighborhood and you like, hey man, I'm trying to put the best ballers together and we gonna run the block, right? You run the block. And then you get challenged from outside the block. And they're like, nah, we good right here. We just go keep beating up on everybody on the block. Hopefully the block gets better. But you never want to take it outside the block. Like, you never want to show your dominance, because to me, you have nothing to lose. You really don't. I mean, because if you win, you're like, we told y'all we was that good. If you lose, you weren't supposed to win anyway. So to me, it goes like, you have teams like Jacksonville State playing Florida State and beating them. You have teams like North Dakota State that have beat Power 5 teams. You have like, it just, I don't know, man. I just want to see a marquee matchup that's outside of the freaking SWAC. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Jackson State to put all that talent together to have a marquee matchup outside of its conference. That's all I've been waiting for. Because I'm like, you're putting all this talent together. I just want to see a marquee matchup outside of yourselves. That's it. That's it. Just something to be like, oh, wow, that actually happened. But whatever, man. I don't get whatever, bro. It is what it is. I listen. It is what it is. If I just hope, all you can hope and wish and pray is that the SWAC elevates its talent as well, so it kind of catches up to what JSU is doing, and then you have decent games, because if they lose to anybody in the SWAC, it's like, okay, are they that good? It gets real tricky, man. Football is just real. It's real tricky like that, bro. Whatever. I'm gonna take it as it is. Oh man, crazy. I don't get it. Then what's the point of getting all? What's the point of getting all the? Oh man, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. That's what I was looking for. I was hoping for that. I would have took that. I would have been okay with that. I would have took that rematch. Like if they would have had a rematch this year with ULM, I'd have been like, oh, that would have been exciting. And I hope they would have put 30 on them because I'm like, okay, you're a better team. You got more talent. I want to see what it looks like. But I would have took that rematch. I definitely would have took that rematch. Here goes Mr. Campbell to tell me how North Dakota State doesn't make anybody any money and why they shouldn't go up to North Dakota and Fargo to play because it's not about the actual competition. It's about checks. Here you go, Mr. Campbell. Go ahead.
Nope, not going to do it. No, I'm not. No, I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to tell you one school in the conference that will play people. Now, Grambling, watch when you see Grambling's schedule come out. Grambling will play anybody, anytime, any place. Now, watch that in 2 years. Grambling is known for that. So that's the school that if you want to see that, that's who's going to do it. Grambling's going to do it.
Okay. I like that.
Not Jackson State.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's going to be the Grambling. So no, I'm not going to get it because like the line is, there's no upside for Jackson to do it, to be honest with you, especially when they hurting for money. You see, they can't even get a game at Jackson because they're hurting for money. They got to go to Birmingham. Them dudes not going. There's no money to go to NDSU. It's just money. So that's why I'm not even get on that. I'm going to talk more about Grambling and what they'll do. Grambling will do those games because they're known for those games. So that's it, bro. That's all I got to say on that.
Oh man, it's tough, man. I guess you gotta. I guess I need the Grambling coach to start traveling, man. I mean, I guess that's just what it is, man. I guess I'm surprised Mr. Ford hasn't called in and talked about how Grambling is like known for traveling and playing, in New York City and Chicago and all that type of stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Like Grambling playing UCLA. Like, come on, man. Like somebody. I think somebody's playing. I think Alabama A&M's playing Austin Peay.
Alabama State.
Oh, see, man, that's not the game I want to see. I don't want to see the Rocket Mortgage Hornets against Austin Peay. I don't want to see that. Come on, man. Yeah, bro. I want to see some good football, man. I want to see some good football being played. I'll take FAM against Florida State. I'll take that.
That ain't happening.
I like to see it. Right down the street. It's right down the street.
I'm trying to tell you that ain't happening.
What's wrong with that?
Tallahassee cannot handle that game. That ain't happening. They couldn't even handle the darn basketball game.
I think that'd be dope, though.
Oh, it would. It'd be crazy. But we need some more deliverance before we take that game. Straight up. Now, FAMU does play South Alabama, I think next year. And, we got Central Florida, South Florida, all these little schools on there. But that's neither here or there. In order for these games for HBCUs to take the next step, we've got to play people out of our conference. FAMU and Kennesaw State would be absolutely lit. Milton Overton used to be our athletic director at Florida A&M, so that's something I'm surprised that they have not worked out something on that level, but it's coming one of these old days because I know both of these schools have aspirations of going to Division I. So it's going to happen later, but eventually it is going to happen.
So explain, because okay, help me understand this. Why FAMU and Florida State will never happen? Make that make sense to me. Because
I won't say never, but right now I'm telling you. See, race relations are huge. This is a very sensitive topic, even within the Tallahassee area. And FAMU playing Florida State would push on buttons that I don't think that people are ready to have pushed just yet. It's still very sensitive, especially when it comes to your old school Rattlers. And if once Florida State say they win the game, that would be huge, a huger loss than us losing the University of Florida, losing to Miami, because it's right there in town. And so your area businesses that support Florida A&M University or support Florida State, that would just, it's not a good deal for us right now. We can't handle it. Race-wise, I'm telling you, our people, and it's probably like the Florida State people, many of them are just very unsuspecting, because they're like, oh, we cheer for you guys, you know, when we see you guys winning. We cheer for Florida A&M University, and we really want to see you guys do well. FAMUans be like, man, Florida State. FAMU people be like, man, Florida State, man. What them crackers across the cracks, man? They sitting up there talking about all that, and they trying to merge our school and they took the law school, took the darn medical school, closed down the hospital. We ain't forget that, you know, Florida State. You know, that's what they, you know, that's really, you know, the long and short of it right there. It's an inner hatred that FAMUans have for Florida State University. Like, and this is how deep it is. If Southern and freaking LSU are playing, and FAMU and Florida State are not, that tells you everything you need to know. Because Southernites do not like Louisiana State University.
They play,
but you see their bands play, their basketball, their baseball teams are playing. Like FAMU and Florida State baseball has not played since the darn 70s.
Wow. All right, let me take some of these callers. I know it's a couple FAMU. What's up, Dr. Lori? Talk to me.
Hey. Hey, listen, I was listening, and Kofi is right about FAMU and Florida State. First of all, let me give you some history about why we can't play in the city of Tallahassee. We have tried in basketball, and when I was at FAM, and it didn't go over very well. I mean, there was a lot of tension, a lot of just things that shouldn't happen. First of all, you've been in Tallahassee, you know where Florida State and FAMU is. It's across the railroad tracks from each other.
Facts.
And we haven't always had a very good relationship with Florida State, because there's a lot of stuff that has went down, and it would be really nice if we played each other because of the racial aspect of that in Florida. And so that's why we don't really play with each other, because what has happened in the past, it wasn't really nice. Folks at FAM are not going to be belittled or taking stuff from anybody across the railroad tracks. You know how it is. We the black folks. And we ain't taking nothing against those people across the way. And it's never going to happen, because they understand in Florida that's not a good thing for FAMU and Florida State be pitted against each other. That's just how it's always been. I went to FAM in the 80s, and we never cared too much about them folks across the way.
I'm just listening.
We don't trust it. We don't trust them. And we never too much care for them folks. So that's how it is.
So let me say this, sir. All right. So we played Florida State back in '91 in the Civic Center. Scotty, the game did not even finish. They had to cancel the game because the teams got in a fight during the game. They canceled the game. Okay. That's just part of it.
But they all black though.
It don't matter. They represent the white people.
Wow.
And
oh wow.
Not white people, the white people.
Somebody said if you let them play,
there's a lot of tension.
I'm just saying we can't do it right now. It's not like we would have to have like several deliverance services within Okay, so Dion and them, when Dion was in school, Dion and them came across the tracks, and the Florida State football team got in a fight with our dudes.
Mm-hmm.
It was not good. Dion went running.
So that's really, truly.
Dion was like, bruh, don't bring me across the street to fight these ninjas over here because they something.
It's different.
It's different. It's different on the highs and seven hills. It become. You saw that movie King Kong when all the people had the little fire sticks and everything. They started calm. Well, you let Florida State come across that track, bruh. Fire gonna be like everywhere, boy. I'm telling you, bro, we can't play Florida State right now. It's just we just gonna let sleeping dogs lie right where they are at this time. I do think that at some point it does need to be confronted. It does need to be dealt with. The game, I think, should be played, but right now we're not ready. We're just not. The whole Black Lives Matter sign.
We did have a forum. We did have a forum that this was in the 80s that, FAMU students had a forum with FSU students. And we actually kind of tried to talk it out because our thing was, okay, so you all want to go to the white people across the way, but every time we have an event, FAMU always been in the forefront of all the parties, concerts. We can't even get into the place with the FSU Black students in there. So we was like, so we good for you all to party with, but when it comes to go to school with, y'all think that y'all better than us. So we did have a forum and tried to air those differences out because at one point, Florida State Black people would stay wherever at FAMU trying to party with us. And FAMU people can be cliquish. And we don't want y'all over here. Y'all stand over there with the white people where you have no culture and everything and see what happens. So we did have a forum back in the day, and we tried to address those issues that FAMU and Florida State had, and they came to the conclusion that we just need to let it go and leave it alone. Let them do what they do, and we do what we do, and we won't come across. Y'all don't come across here, we ain't coming across there.
That's wow. Hey, appreciate the call, Doc.
Okay, thanks.
All right, no problem. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If anything gets said about Dr. Lawyer Wilson in my chat that's not positive, I'm blocking you. Don't even play no games with me. All right?
Listen, but that whole FAMU thing and doing stuff like FAMU is like not that school that you just, and I would say really any of our HBCUs, but it's something different on High Seven Hills when you come and you be doing stuff.
That's all cool and dandy. But let me tell you the highest over this hill. All right. Don't listen. Don't fix your mouth to say anything about my booster of the year. Okay. Don't even, if you think it's funny, it's not. If you think it's cool, it's not. If you have a if you fix your thumbs to put a D and an R together on you're getting blocked. Okay. So let's not even play that game. All right. We're not even, I'm just letting you know that right now. Okay. Try me if you want to. All right. Try me if you want to. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
What's going on? I gotta mute this TV real quick. Bro, everything they've been telling you is 100. This is Bobby from Tampa.
Talk to me.
What's going on, Cole?
Hey. What's up?
I came to school in 99, 1 year after we got College of the Year. They tried to do an exhibition game, and the exhibition game got canceled before, like 3 or 4 days before the game was supposed to take place. This was supposed to be like a little practice. They were going to let the students come in and watch the teams practice. The students were fighting on Game Street, bro. I've witnessed several fights at nightclubs and pool parties where FAMU football team beat the snot out of FSU football team. It's like a regular thing.
Look,
it's not friendly, bro. It's like a Cold War that you just don't cross them lines. They can run. They can run. Most we can do is run track. We good with running track, maybe volleyball, but correct me if I'm wrong, Kofi. We'll do golf with you. Basketball, leave that alone. Just
listen. The football team, our football team practiced against Florida State's football team in their facility this past summer. Them boys got in a fight, bro, and our wide receivers went ham on their DBs, and they had to shut the practice down. We can't play.
It's terrible. We can't do it. We can't do it because FSU, like when FSU play Florida, right? You'll see them on I-10 and I-75 chomping and chopping out their car window. See, FSU students think they're gonna come across that track and come through the set and tomahawk. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna do it. You're gonna get drugged. They're gonna snatch out the car, and nobody's gonna come save you. Nobody's coming to save you.
Nobody's coming to save you.
Listen, bro. In my freshman year,
I'm telling you,
my freshman year,
they kept that down the street. Like,
bro,
it's so bad, bro. My freshman year, FSU had plans to tear down the Black Student Union at FSU, and FSU students came over to FAMU on Set Friday to try to get signatures to save the Black Student Union. You know, nobody signed that petition, bro. We said if you want a Black Student Union, come on over to FAM. It's not nice.
That's wild.
It's not nice.
I mean, y'all boy,
but
it's different. It's different down there.
Man, I love y'all, man.
It is so close. Like when I was like, I didn't realize how close it was because we were leaving the campus, and I'm like, is that Florida State? I was like, is that Florida State?
Across the street. Matter of fact, if you stand by the cafeteria and look across, you see the top of FSU's campus. They're right there.
Man, it is so close. It's ridiculous. It's not as close as Allen. It's not as close as Allen and Benedict, but it's real. But it's real close though, because Allen and Benedict is literally you can walk across the street. But y'all
cut
close
a hole
though.
in the gate, step on in.
Hey man, for real, that was creepy though. That was creepy. Hey, appreciate the call, Bobby.
All right,
man. Oh man, that's wild. I got one more FAMU in to talk about it. What's up, Bridges? Talk to me.
Man, Scotty, just to piggyback off of them, and you know I'm the new generation. So like, man, every time, you know, you can be like walking the mall, you can be walking on getting something to eat. Man, you could be at Guthrie, you know, just talk to a kid that's your age, and you ask them, oh, you go to TCC or FSU or you go to FAM? They say Florida State. You like, why you go there? Like beyond all means, like what everybody saying is true, bro. Because like they still always come to our events. They always look at us to host something. They always try to like remix something that we have and be like, oh, okay, so y'all just whitewashing it like they did with James Brown and stuff. Like they literally like whitewashed everything we got, even the band. It's a halftime performance that the band was trying to do the same thing that the FAMU band do, and it looked ugly. I'm talking about it looked ugly. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I don't know, but it's just something different about them, especially when they just try to come over and just copy everything we do and try to take everything we do. It's like Alabama and Auburn. It's that nasty. It is that nasty.
It's worse.
Like,
it's worse.
No stories. Yeah, no stories are real, man.
Hey, appreciate the call, Bridges. Hey, man, that's bad. That's bad. That's real bad.
It's bad. You know, our people need help. I'm willing to just go on and just say that we do. There is a strong inner deep, and much of this stuff is deservedly so. Just with stuff that has happened on a political level, you know, to try to shut down FAMU, to try to take over FAMU, to try to have FAMU merge with Florida State. They took the law school, took the medical, shut down the hospital.
When I was there,
it's that type of stuff.
When I was there, I was like, how? Like when I was looking at the campus, I was like, how can y'all build on when like it's like the land is kind of like it just seems like it seems like Florida State is like a fungus, like because like when I'm driving, it just keeps getting bigger. And I'm like, you got these big ass buildings and all this space, and it's like fam is like boop 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 boop, and then it's like I don't know how how far it goes, but it kind of goes back. Like FAMU kind of goes back, and I'm like, how y'all gonna build onto campus if you know what I'm saying? Everything seems so like like I won't say not developed, but it has stuff on it. You know what I'm saying? Like you would literally have to buy the land, buy the stuff on the land, and then destroy it all, and then you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, that's tough. It's tough,
bro. It's too much. We need about 7 to 10 years before we can have that real conversation. It's not there now. We're not ready. So what's something else we can talk about?
I'm gonna take this last call and we're gonna get up out of here.
All right.
Hey, we just hung up. Somebody said, yeah, landlocked. That's literally what it looks like. Like if you see with the cat, like it don't seem like they can go any further. Like
they can't. I mean, FAMU goes from Orange Avenue all the way back to what is that? Gaines? Is that Gaines? Literally. FAMU Way. I'll put it like that.
Oh, now I know what that is. I do know what that is. Yep. Right off downtown, right off the real downtown road. Yep. Yeah, I have a nice downtown, by the way. I really do.
I appreciate you.
No problem. Let me see. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Scotty, how we doing?
I'm doing good. What's up? Talk to me.
All right, all right. Listen, when we talking about the Jackson State schedule and the FAMU schedule, look, Mississippi has one of the toughest race situations. Could you agree with that?
I'm not from Mississippi. No, I wouldn't. I'm not from Mississippi, so I can't speak on something I'm not from.
So I'm sure Mississippi and Florida got two of the worst, but we still played Mississippi State and Southern Miss. We hadn't played Ole Miss yet. So do you see that as an excuse?
From what I've been told from Mr. Campbell's, he's actually from Jackson, and he said Jacksonians hate Ole Miss. Like y'all can't stand Ole Miss.
Like so, we hate Florida State.
That's what I've been told. So I'm kind of confused on that one.
Well, I think it's good old fashioned clean hate. I mean, just like Georgia Tech. I mean, it's good old fashioned clean hate. But
no.
So what's the question? What's the comment or question, Deputy Mar? You trying to say like FAMU shouldn't have that excuse, or what are you trying to say? I'm confused.
Correct. They should have that excuse. If Jackson State can't get away with making excuses, and neither can FAMU. I think call Jackson State some funny name, but they can't make an excuse either. Would you agree?
But they play out of conference games though.
They do.
I mean, they didn't do last year, so I threw them under the bus for the Fort Valley. But once again, that's the way I threw you way under the bus for the Fort Valley game. You know what I'm saying? I think like your top schools need to have better out of conference games. Southern plays their out of conference. We already know what they're going to do. They're going to play the money game. They're going to get their butt whooped and come back in. All right, Grambling, they're going to play money games. But they're going to play they're going to play like this out of conference schedule they have is decent. That's to me, that's perfect for a SWAC school to play low level FBS and then to play a low level FCS team. That's perfect. Like you win, you lose. Okay, whatever. But that's to have it on the schedule. I think is great. You know what I'm saying? So your FAMUs, your Jackson States, your Gramblings and Southerns, they need to have better out of conference showings. That's just my personal opinion.
There's no excuse.
Go ahead.
Right now, Grambling has an effective schedule as far as scheduling right now.
Absolutely,
but
they have. They have the best. They have the best, well-rounded schedule. In my personal opinion,
correct.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Until somebody else's schedule comes out, Grambling has the most attractive schedule. So Jackson State and damn, you're gonna have to catch up and get their schedule together, I guess.
This is my thing. I understood the Grambling being an out of conference game for Jackson State because I knew that's a money game. I mean, that's legit a money game. It's HUE versus Dion. Okay. I saw that coming a mile away. All right. My thing is this. You can't say you're the best without beating somebody. That's my only issue with lax and weight fans, right? So like you keep bragging that you're so this or that, but who do you play? You don't play anybody. And when you do play somebody, you get whooped. You know what I'm saying? You play ULM, you lose to them, and you play South Carolina State and you get drugged. So make it make sense to me. How can you have such confidence in yourself when you don't play nobody? Like that, I can respect North Carolina A&T swag because they dominate their conference. They beat Bama. They were beating Bama's outside their conference. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, okay, cool. I don't have a problem. This is my thing with lax and weight fans. Like, if you wanted to brag and you stepped out and you beat that ULM team, you beat a Southern Miss, you beat a Austin P or whatever, and then you come back and dominate your conference. And then you go out and even if you lose a Celebration Bowl, that's a game. It's football. It happens. I would give you a lot more respect because you're putting the talent on the field and you're challenging yourself. You're not challenging yourself. That's my issue with the lax and weight fans. You're not challenging yourself.
But see, Scotty, could you agree that DAMU is not doing the same thing?
Absolutely. They're not challenging themselves.
It's not playing nobody either.
They're not. Yeah, they're not challenged. I have a problem with that too. They're not challenging.
What you talking about? That's a bunch of crap. Now, I mean, we played the University of North Carolina opening game.
Oh yeah, they do play. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, they do play that Power 5. Yeah. I mean, but
we playing South Carolina State, who beat the crap out of Jackson State. We played them in Orangeburg,
and Jackson State plays Valley, a team that FAMU barely beat.
You barely beat them.
Yeah, you barely beat them.
You barely beat them.
It's tough to beat Valley.
Alabama A&M didn't think so. They put 30 on the board.
Look, so I mean, I'm in agreement with Scotty with this. You know, FAMU's at a point right now where, you know, when you host or when you have a home game, you need to try to make some money. You know, Albany State and Fort Valley fit that bill at that particular time. But going forward, I'm in 100% agreement. I mean, I want to see us play Georgia State. Like Georgia State FAMU should be a game. That should be easy. Kennesaw State FAMU should be a game. We already have Troy State Troy on the schedule. We have South Alabama on a future schedule.
Troy's a good.
You know, so that's a team that we played in the past and beat. So it's something that I think that our people are going to be looking forward to as we look to have that schedule with Sun Belt conferences and maybe the Atlantic Sun down the line. But, you know, just right now, I mean, Albany State's going to bring about 5,000 to 7,000 people into Bragg. It's an opening home game. It's going to be packed, and it's going to be an opportunity for FAMU to make some money. We just can't lose that game. And Albany State's got a tough team. It's just not going to do anything for our strength of schedule because they're a division lower than us. So it is what it is at this time. But, you know, it is.
But I just think North Dakota's far out. There are other teams that we can play just as good.
Jackson State could be playing North Alabama. They could be playing South Alabama. They could be playing Southeastern Louisiana. They could play ULM.
Play a whole bunch of teams like
McNeese.
I mean,
Nichols.
I would love to see the Southeast Louisiana. And then to me, if you're being honest, it's the best time to go get them because they don't got Cole Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So you really got them on the down slope. You know what I'm saying? You can beat them and then, you know, brag about beating them, that they demolished FAMU. You know, like, it's, to me, it just doesn't make, like, this schedule to me just says, I don't know what the schedule says to me. It says, y'all, like, for all the talent that Deion's trying to bring in, to not go and challenge yourself against top level teams does not make sense to me. Because I promise you this, I put everything on it that I love. If Coach Prom was at a Power 5 conference, he would not play it the same way. he would not play it the same way. He would go out and go beat some. He would want to go out and beat those guys because that's how you gain the respect. Alabama doesn't gain respect because they beat up on low-level FBS teams. They gain their respect because they beat the hardest teams when they're supposed to beat them. And they're in the hardest conference.
You're right.
So if you want the respect is that, you got to go out and earn it. And you guys don't ever earn it. You earn it off talent, but you never want to see it on the field. Because at the end of the day, it's about money games. But I'll tell you this, if Deion goes and plays a top FCS team, the mere fact that he's playing a top team with his top talent is going to bring money because people are going to want to see that game. ESPN is going to broadcast that game. If I don't care what Mr. Campbell says, if Jackson State went to North Dakota, I swear for God, it'll be on ESPN. It would be on not ESPN 2, not ESPN 3, not ESPN Ocho. It would be on ESPN. And you want to talk about a big platform for Jackson State and Deion? That's one.
But Scotty, then second to that, the fans, you think the fans would travel way there?
Listen,
absolutely. Minneapolis is not far.
Listen, I have gone to, let me tell you the games I've been to, and I've seen the same people at all these games. I've been to the Orange Blossom Classic. I saw Ken Clark there. I've been to the Tennessee State game. I saw Ken Clark and all his boys there. DJ Unpredictable there. The alumni chapters coming in deep. I've been there. I've been to I went to the Atlanta game, saw people there. Bamas are going to travel for that game. You guys travel. It might not be in the bunches that what you're expecting, but that game is going to be so marked. Listen, I would get a ticket to North Dakota just to see it because that's a game. But think about it. Like I remember, I remember. Okay, when I first got on the scene and I asked Mr. Campbell, I said, Mr. Campbell, you think I should go to the Orange Blossom Classic? He said, absolutely. You know why? That's going to be a game that say, where were you when it happened? That's the kind of game when you play North Dakota State, they're going to say, where were you when it happened? And I'm going to be like, yo, I was at that game. Good, bad, or indifferent. You want to be at that game. That's historic. It's going to be historic.
Absolutely. So do you ever see it happening?
No, because I feel Jackson State is scared. I don't care what nobody. I know North Dakota. I don't care what nobody say. I know for a fact North Dakota will probably want that game. Just the simple fact of they be like, yo, we want to. Y'all think y'all that good, or you think we're not the best here? We'll take that matchup. I know for it. Now they probably won't come to you. Because if I'm a 10-time champion,
play it as a neutral site.
They could play in Minneapolis, but.
Not bad.
But for me, all that not playing, blah, 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 it's just a conversation. It's negotiable. They can work that out, but you got to at least have the conversation. So that's that.
Hey, appreciate the call, Coach Mario. Deputy Mario.
Yeah.
All right, man. Peace. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's up, man?
What's up, Coach Green? Talk to me.
Hey, I said the reason some of these schedules don't happen because they already been set up, man. As far as like North Dakota, they non-conference schedule is already set up. So that's why they can't play. North Alabama, they non-conference schedule is already set up. So they really didn't have no spot for Jackson State to even play some of the teams you was asking about. So that's like hard to do if they already set up. So
Sir,
are
you just new to the channel? Did you just click onto this stream? Because JB said the same thing. And I said, so you're telling me in 2 years, because you can schedule this game on 2024 in Shadur's senior year. You can schedule that for that game. I said in 2 years.
2024 is already set up.
Baloney. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. Baloney. North Dakota, if you called up North Dakota State, they would push somebody off their schedule to have that game. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. Shadur's senior year against North Dakota State, miss me with that. It's too much money to be left on the table. Miss me with that.
You know, to get out of games, it costs you, right?
North Dakota State wants that game.
Sometimes
North Dakota State wants that game.
Some of them balls is like
North Dakota State wants that game.
Some of them balls, dude. Some of them balls, is like $2 million buyout.
Okay.
So how you get a? Why you losing more than what you would make?
Okay.
So how would you do that?
Okay.
They got Colorado.
Okay.
East Tennessee State.
Okay.
Towson in 2024.
Okay.
Now 2025 they got. If you talking about 2025, they got one.
Okay.
But 2024, no.
Okay.
All right, well, 2025 then.
You look at everybody's schedule that you want Jackson State to play FCS,
bro.
And you know.
Okay. You can go Dream. There's nothing you can say on this phone right now, bro. That's gonna make me believe that. I don't care because there's a sponsor. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. There's a sponsor that would pay to see that game. I don't care what you're talking about. There's enough money in the world that would pay to see that game. So miss me.
You sit there and you may say that, but all right, I'm gonna ask Mr. Kofi. Would you pay a $2 million buyout just to play Jackson State?
There's no school on there that's worth a $2 million buyout.
Yeah, I don't think that.
There's no school on there. I don't think it's a $2 million
buyout.
It's no school on there that's a $2 million buyout. Miss me with that.
I'm just saying some of the balls be like $1 million.
It depends. That's if you're playing like the University of Georgia. Or
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Towson is not $1 million buyout. Miss me with that, bro. Miss me with that, bro.
No, that's not $1 million buyout.
I know that. So I'm gonna knock that game off my schedule, and I'm gonna put Jackson State on there. What are we talking about right now, man?
You get the Boom. You get JSU Nation up in there. You play them in Minneapolis. You get 40, 50,000 people easy.
Easy, bro. You can do it. You can do it as a neutral site and get sponsors. The same thing that Jackson State is doing with UAPB and Southern. You can do the same exact thing at a neutral site. Have sponsors come in, promote the game, and it would be epic, bro. It's Coach Green. When I tell you, there's nothing you can say to me right now.
But listen, I agree with you. You know I agree with you. You know I agree with you, but it just, I don't know. Somebody gonna have to put it at a neutral site and up some money so it can happen.
Right.
All right. Appreciate the call, Coach Green. I don't care what nobody say, bro. I don't care what I do not care what nobody says. You make too much money. I don't listen. Listen, this is one thing me and Mr. Campbell are never going to see eye at eye on. Like, we're never going, because he's about business. I'm about competition. Competition brings money. All right. That is what it is. You're talking about a 10 to 11 time national championship program playing probably the highest recruit, probably the best recruit class in the FCS. Who would not want to see that? What? That is so foolishness. I want somebody from North Dakota to call in. I want somebody from Fargo, North Dakota to call in and tell me that they wouldn't want to see that game. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
My man Scotty, I'm from Minneapolis, bro.
Uh-huh.
I know it's saying I'm from Minneapolis. I live in Minneapolis right now.
Talk to me.
There is no way in hell them crackers would come to Minneapolis and play Jackson. It would look like Jackson. They won't even have a neutral game here now. We don't like none of them kids, none of them people that come from down there. They don't mess with us. We are the FAMU and they the Florida State.
So North Dakota won't go to Minneapolis. So it would have to be in Fargo.
Let's just say they play Jackson State here. It would be a home game for Jackson State. It would be so many black people.
That's not what I've been told. That's not what I've been told. I mean, I'm not saying. Go ahead.
Do one of the people that you talking about live here where I live at?
No, they don't. But what I'm saying is that, from what I've been told, they say black people won't travel. But go ahead, but do your thing.
You wouldn't even have to worry about traveling. We would pour in. Oh my God, it would be ridiculous. The cities are only a mile apart. It's Minneapolis and St. Paul.
I like that.
It would be crazy. It would be crazy. And Blue would be very upset. But I wish, and I hope one day. I hope one day.
So you're saying, let me get this straight. So you're saying North Dakota wouldn't go for a neutral site in Minneapolis, but would they go for a neutral site in general? Yes or no?
First off, it's Minneapolis, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they would go for a neutral site, but they wouldn't choose Minneapolis.
Okay.
Especially now. No, hell no. It wouldn't be there.
Okay.
It would be a great game.
The George Floyd Classic.
You need to go somewhere.
It would be crazy.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, bro. Shout out to you in Minneapolis, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you tuning in.
And bless.
All right, man. Look, I got Bama's in Minneapolis. Shout out to him. All right, last call.
Minneapolis.
Shout out to him though. But last caller for real. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's going on, Scotty, man? It's Pandy, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, how about the 49ers? They had a great run there. They had a great run. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, we had a good run, man. But hey, it is what it is. But anyway, man, I just want to call in, man, and look, listen. I think that I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you want to go play top talent, go play top talent. And in my opinion, I think that if you do play top talent, then that does bring in the business. Now, like I said before in the comments, A&T, we scheduled North Dakota State back in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
This is during the canceled year, but we went ahead and scheduled that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we was based off of the fact that we had a good run in 2019 and 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So we figured, okay, cool. We want to go play the best FCS team in the league. Now, who knows how that result is going to be now? But the thing is that I feel like if you're Jackson State, if you got all this top talent, you got the #1 recruit in the nation, he has a documentary, what better way for him to display everything with with your son, both your sons there? You got a guy, the top recruit in the nation, he got his own documentary. Why y'all play North Dakota State in it don't matter where it could be played at. Just play them.
Thank you. If Joe Burrow can go into Arrowhead, if you good, you good. It don't matter. But go ahead.
It don't matter. And the thing is that I think that even though I think a lot of people don't understand, we already understand that some of these schedules are already made, but at least make an announcement that, hey, look, listen, at 2024, we want to play this team, or in 2025, we want to play this team. That's all that we're asking. We're just asking, okay, cool. What is this program going to be in the future? You can make those appointments right now. You can call people up. I mean, Dion always says that he ain't but a phone call away, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these other people ain't but a phone call away. So go ahead on, make the time to go say, hey, look, listen, James Madison University, we want to play you guys. Incarnate Word, we want to play you guys. A low FBS team, East Carolina, we want to play you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just to see what we can do. That's all. I think that's the only thing that a lot of us are asking for. We're asking for, okay, cool. You have a good group of talent. Now, what can you do? Of course, you already know, like we said, those schedules are already made right now. But in the future, what can you do with those guys right now in the future? That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate the call, though.
That North Dakota State game versus Grambling in 1965, that was a while back, but they also played Central State in the playoffs. So I guess you may be talking about regular season. So this game against North Carolina A&T is historic. And it's going to be an opportunity for A&T to be to basically get out there and represent for HBCU football. I think it's a great opportunity. And, we have to play other PWIs. It's just, we have to do it. If you're going to increase your credibility, if you're going to increase not just your notoriety, but if you're going to increase your level of relevance on a national stage, you have to not only play other PWIs, but you have to beat them.
Thank you. And this is the stuff Paris gonna say, can we build first? By this guy, Paris, you said, can we build? This guy right here, this Bama right here said earlier, we got the best wide receiver room in the country. So if you feel that way, why are you scared to go play somebody? That's my y'all. You don't listen. I see it all. I hear it all. I get it from all levels. I got Bama's texting me on Instagram talking about, Scotty, you think we got to upgrade an offensive line, Scotty. We got the best wide receiver. Scotty, who got a better DB room? If you feel that strongly about your team, then it shouldn't matter about building. What build? You got the best, right? You got the best secondary. You got the best wide receivers. Miss me with all that, man. Miss me with that.
Bill.
Oh my gosh, man. Hey, listen, we about to get up out of here, man. Something is wrong with you, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Hey, Kofi, tell them about your show, the Bowling Strike Zone. Come on.
We're going to be on the Bowling Strike Zone. Well, it's the ONG Strike Zone on Wednesdays at 8. And listen, it's going to be lit. We got Blue Bloods. He's going to be on. It's going to be Coach Willie Simmons is going to be on. It's going to be a very power-packed show. I'm going to see if Scotty can be on Wednesday. Nice. That'll be great as well. But it's going to be a power-packed shows. We're talking about FAMU recruits and national signing day on a national scale. It's going to be great.
Okay, first of all, I would love to come back over, but last time y'all kind of did me dirty. Y'all had me on the last. First of all,
we say the best for last, man.
Nah, bro. No, listen, bro. Let's be real. Okay. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna listen. I can go there. Because I was last. Coach Willie Simmons.
But you had a darn show. You had a show, man. We had to give you time to get on.
Coach Willie Simmons in front of me, and then you had this NCAA. Who is that? Who is the NCAA guy? Exactly.
You couldn't have been on at that time.
Oh man,
you had a whole nother show. You couldn't have been on early. You doing all that fuss for no reason.
I felt some type of way.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. That's the devil. That ain't nobody but the devil. That ain't nobody but the devil talking to you like that. Yeah, that's that devil. We bind Satan in the name of Jesus.
Nah, I ain't appreciate that, man. I felt like, listen, man, like I listen. My appearance fee, yesterday's price is not today's price.
We bind Satan in the name of Jesus.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Glory. Thank you, Jesus.
All right, me and Blue.
Glory.
Oh my God, me and Blue will be doing an all-day signing day show on Wednesday. Starting, I don't know when we're gonna start. Probably gonna start like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and we gonna let it ride. All right, we gonna let it ride. We gonna let it ride. Me and my boy Blue. The boy Wonder. All
Listen, right. Scott, if you can work it out on Wednesday, man, I'll call you and we'll see what we can work out.
You know what? Listen, man. I would go in there, but you listen, man. I feel like they be doing you dirty, bro. They don't let you
be doing me dirty, man. They'll be doing me dirty. They don't let you take turns. It's amicable. It's a nice relationship.
I don't know. Listen, you know me. I call a spade, bro. I call a spade.
Cool.
I don't know.
It's cool. I love my family.
You do that. You kind of. It feels like you're like the. What's that dude off of What's the dude off of when he's asking for porridge? He's like, more? What? Oliver?
You tried me.
That's what it comes off at. He's like, more? You want more? But Key's telling me I gotta. She told me to stop. She said, no, I can't. She said I'm crossing the line.
It's all good. It's all good. Nothing but love here, Scott.
Yeah, I love those two guys. Listen, I'm on the FAMU bandwagon now, so I should be able to say that.
You should be able to come on in, man. That's why we need you on this first, because the signing day is gonna be amazing. We can talk about it.
Yeah, man. Just don't have me at the end, bro. Just don't have me at the end. I appreciate that. You gotta pop me off. You gotta pop the show off with me. You know, this energy, you know what I'm saying? Just like, how about that?
All right, let's go on and get it. Let's get you on that.
All right, listen. Make sure y'all check them out on the G Strike Show on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Check them out on the G Strike Show on Wednesdays.
And just for the record, nobody bullies me. That's Scotty talking his trash. So don't fall for it.
How about y'all go watch and tune in for yourself? How about that?
Tune in for yourself.
How about you guys go?
I'm more subdued on the ONG Strike Zone because it's more professional from the standpoint of everybody just taking turns. It's just more laid back, and we're talking about only FAMU topics. So, you just wait your turn and say what you got to say.
Like I said, you guys, listen, you guys go on there and you confirm your own opinion and then come back on here on Monday and then let us know in the chat.
Yeah, let us know.
If I was right, or was Coffee right? And I'm telling you, I'm just saying.
But I'm not being bullied, just for the record. So I want all y'all to pipe all that foolishness down.
He said Blue said y'all a bit more organized.
We're free. We're organized here. We're just free flowing. Scotty has that energy, so I have to be able to match that energy with Scotty and bring a level of calm energy to the show. So a level of sobriety, So that people won't be trying to, murder Scotty, because Scotty be having people.
I'm really not, like, if you really know me, I'm really not a diva. I'm really not. Like, I'm actually I'm really not. I'm really chill. It's just certain things I'll be like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's all I'm saying. I ain't no diva. I feel like I don't like certain things. And when I don't like certain things, I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. That's all I'm saying.
Sound like a diva to me. Sound like a diva.
Mariah Carey is a diva. I'm not a diva. I listen. Now, do I feel out? Do you
tell people that they suck?
Babe, do I tell people they suck? Huh? I do. Who have I told that? I haven't said that to my wife's face. Huh? Man.
Do you hang up on people?
Nah, I don't hang up on people. Well, I just hung up on my baby mama like a couple hours ago. So yeah, I guess I do. But that was a whole different topic. Like that's something totally.
Jesus key.
I'll go with the pair. I got the only child, so I'll take that. I'll take that before I become a diva. I'll take that. I'll take the only child syndrome. I can live with that.
Are you an only child?
Yeah, I'm an only child.
Okay. Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I don't like. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Sharon.
You're spoiled.
If you knew my mama, you wouldn't say that. But listen, what I'll say. I'll say this: I have a hard time sharing because I feel like what is for me is for me. Well, let me story time, right? So it's story time. Real quick, story time, right? So I have 4 kids, right? I have 4 kids. My oldest is 10. My youngest is like 1.5, right? So my two in the middle and my oldest, when we all lived together, I used to tell them I'll buy them all their boxes of cereal, right? That everybody likes their own stuff, right? My oldest, she loved Apple Jacks. My son, he liked Fruit Loop marshmallows, and my youngest, she liked Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? At the time, I didn't have the baby, it's just those 3, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I would tell them, once you eat your cereal, it's done. Don't come asking me for mine, because it's mine. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, kids being kids, they forget. My oldest, it always happens to her because she always eat. Her and my son always eat all the cereal the fastest, right? So she eats all her Apple Jacks and she's like, "Ooh, Daddy, can I have some of your Fruit Loops?" I'm like, "No, where's your Apple Jacks?" She's like, "Oh, they're gone." Then they're gone. You're not about to eat my cereal because your cereal gone. What sense does that make? No. And then she gonna go down to her. Now my son, he is super friendly. Like you
can have my cereal.
That's him. That is him all day for both his sisters. He'll be like,
oh, you can have my cereal. I'll share with you.
Oh man, all day long. That's him. So they be sharing. I don't believe in that sharing mess. That's why I bought all them their own boxes of cereal, and we just keep it pushing. So, we ain't doing that. So I same thing with Key. Like yeah, Key. She gonna I'm on live, right? I'm looking at she walks by me and she's eating cereal. I'm like, are those my Fruit Loops?
Listen, once you get married, it's a wrap.
Nah, bro. No, it's not a wrap. It's not a wrap. It's not a wrap.
I bet you she eats your Fruit Loops.
She's staying. You see, she's staying. But she ate my Fruit Loops, and I'm like,
Let
you.
me be clear. I never ate your Fruit Loops. I just allowed you to think that I did.
Say something, Scotty. Say something. Say something.
That's why I have my Captain Crunch. But because you assumed that I ate your Fruit Loops, which I've never, ever eaten the whole time that we've been dating, I allowed you to live in that thought because I thought that it was quite hilarious that you just felt so entitled to that box.
Scotty, you need delivers from the Fruit Loops.
A large family. So I don't mind asking if I want something. Like I wanted one of your Tostino's pizzas. What did I do?
You asked.
Okay. My cereal, I have it.
Scotty, you look trained, buddy. You look trained.
What was he saying?
He said, I look trained.
He said, yes, ma'am. He was like, yes.
Yes. I prefer Captain Crunch. I buy the cereal I want. I leave him with his Fruit Loops.
Yeah, with marshmallows.
Scotty, you look scared. You okay?
Be thoughtful and pick up a box if I'm out in the What is he saying?
He says, Scotty, you okay? You look scared. Because it's just how she runs. It's just how she walks up on me. You know what I'm saying? It's like
she brought that authority. I felt it over here. I shot.
He said I felt it over here. I shot.
Yeah. So you leave me out of
All right. So she did eat my Fruit Loops. So long story short, she did eat my fruit, but I thought she did, and I was about to. Ooh, I'm about to check her.
Oh, were you? Yeah.
Yeah. I would be like this with your bowl of cereal. Like, put that bowl down.
Okay.
Fruit Loop juice everywhere. All right.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
Oh man.
That Captain Crunch though with the sweet milk at the end.
He said the Captain Crunch with the sweet milk at the end.
It's amazing.
You can't eat too much Captain Crunch though because it cuts your gums. I can't. Yeah.
That Captain Crunch with that sweet milk at the end, you can drink it out the bowl.
I don't drink.
Yeah, this girl be eating cereal. She lactose.
And I get almond milk. And why are you telling my business?
Nah,
you gonna come up missing. You be running your mouth.
We can talk on this here internet. Y'all want story time?
Uh-oh.
What you talking about?
It don't matter. Is this what we doing?
Scotty, you look scared, buddy. You okay?
I don't know what their story time is going to include.
Wrap it up.
All right.
And get the likes up.
Oh man. All right. Well, y'all, yeah. So I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
Bye, Scotty.
Hey, I gotta go, man. I catch y'all. Hey, until next time, you know what I would do. I'ma holler.
I love you, man.
Pray for me.